Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here. So I had a question which I thought was an interesting question, and it was about the cut of reeds, and what it matters or what it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to tell you is like my opinion, and somebody else's opinion might be different. So I'm just going to tell you my opinion. The cut of the reed matters because depending on the type of mouthpiece you're playing, if the reed has a tall heart or a thicker middle and you use it on a mouthpiece that has more of a baffle, there's kind of like two resistances pushing against each other. So if you have a baffle or some kind of a baffle, even if it's just a well, some mouthpieces have a step baffle inside, which looks like a wedge. Other ones just have like a rollover, which is, looks more like a little waterfall kind of shape. It depends. Like an Autolink is more like a rollover kind of baffle, and Gardala might have a step baffle in it, or it might have a like a cone-shaped kind of baffle, like a Berg Larsen inside, that almost looks like a cone as it goes in, and they're all different. They have different characteristics, and when you play into them, they're different. A Dukov is going to have like a step baffle. But they all have a slightly different characteristic, and so when you match it up with a certain kind of reed, if you have more baffle, sometimes it's better not to have too much thick heart going up the reed, because there's like kind of like two resistances pushing against each other, and it's a tighter sound or more slap or whatever you want to call it. But if you have a less baffle, like in more of a classical type mouthpiece, then if you want to get more of that beef, you put a more taller type heart reed on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just really quick. Here's my tenor, and I was working on what do I have here? I just have some different music I was working on, but I had some classical etudes and some other things I was just playing through, but and also something that I might have to play in a church. Just play it on this key, so I'd be using more of a classical setup. But it's not strictly a classical type job. I could make it how I want it. But anyway, so I'm using a Van Doren T35, which I've had for a very long time. This has almost no baffle in it, and I think what's on here now is the 3ZZ Jazz, and this has a medium kind of heart, and it's a little bit thinner profile around the tip. Oh, see, it doesn't want to play. So it has a kind of to me, a little bit of a weird sound. Of course, it's kind of dry. Just put it on. And I also don't like the way the bottom quite plays. So I'm going to get rid of this just for now. And I just took a bunch of reeds out. Here's another one. Here's another ZZ Jazz. Let's put another one on. Let's see what happens here. Let me see if I can make my point. So let's see what this is. Okay, so this one is more free-blowing, and it's also a lot more buzzy. It almost sounds like so yeah, it has that kind of a buzzy, thick sound. We could play something else on it. But as far as the articulation, too buzzy. You know, it's doesn't have the right kind of thing that I'm looking for. And I don't know if you can see in the window. I'm just putting it in the light. So it has like a medium, more thin on the top. Has like a medium size heart. Let's look at the one I rejected that just didn't play. Not a bad looking reed. It just doesn't want to play today. You know, we just had a bunch of snow and rain. So here's another 3ZZ Jazz. Let's look at this one. It's got like a medium heart and a thin tip. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't really like this one at all. It's just too, it doesn't have enough substance to it. And I don't like the way it blows when you blow into it. It's got kind of, it feels like it's has a funny resistance to it. It almost feels like it's missing some of the notes, like they don't want to come out. So this is not a winner. It doesn't look like a bad reed. You know, it's kind of flat and everything. It's all right. Now, we'll go to the blue box. 2.5 blue box. This reed says, yeah, on it. So at one time, I guess it was okay. I don't know about now. Let's look at the heart. Oh yeah, now see this. The heart is way taller on this. Way higher. Right? And you can see how it tapers off, but if you look at it this way too. So the heart is much taller. Now this mouthpiece, oh well, you're not going to be able to really see this here, but it has really no baffle in it. It's just kind of like just an open round chamber classical mouthpiece. So my substance is coming from the reed, not so much from before. There was not much there. Now this is a much taller heart, and on the radio they're playing Dave Giraldi, man. You know, the old Charlie Brown thing. Okay, so anyway, on this one, all right, so it needs to be, you know, played in a little bit, but I can feel right away there's much more substance to this cut. Also, there's way more control. If I back off the air, you know, I can get much more of that violin kind of sound. And it's not 100% cooperative right now, but if I work with it, it'll be better. Let me just see another one I have out here. This is another, exactly that, 2.5. Let's look at the cut. So here you can see it's got a nice tall heart. Let's compare it to the other one. The other one's actually a little bit even taller. And let's get a ZZ in there. See? It's a whole different kind of thing. It's much thinned out going up towards the tip. Up here. See? It's different. So, let me just play this one. Okay. So do you all do your holiday shopping, Christmas shopping? Is it all done? Did you do it online? So this has got a lot of beef to it, this reed. But could I play my piece wherever it went to? It's disappeared. You know, I have stuff I lost all over the place. This is a Mozart violin concerto. I don't know. Where's the piece? Here it is. This is an arrangement of Jesu Bambino for the church. But I haven't decided if I'm going to do this yet or not. I would like to do it, but I don't know if it's going to be the right thing. I mean, like musically. It has nothing to do with, I've done a lot of things, but I don't know if this is going to work out the way I want it. We'll see. Anytime they ask you to do these things, you know, these solo things, you always have to, like, I didn't agree to it yet. I'm still thinking about it. And it would be for free. I wouldn't be getting paid either. So it's like something that I'm doing as a favor for somebody. But I don't know if it's the right fit, you know. I've played this on the flute and stuff before. And I don't know how this is all. We'll just have to see if the fit works. We'll see. So it has a nice tone. If I want to play more of a classical kind of thing there, then we go into the minor. I kind of like the F. It's alright. I would have to find it, you know. Now that E flat can be on any horn. It could be a funny note. So if you work on your tone matching exercises, like the middle D with the octave key, and try to match it up to the C, because it's two totally different timbres, you know? One is all the keys are down, the other one is an open fingering. So it's real easy to have like a stuffy D and a way open C. But you want to try to bring them closer together if you have to play between them. Anyway, and then there's an octave thing with these trills. I don't know if I would do that. It's kind of like weird. This is what I mean. I'm not sure if I want to play this arrangement, and especially play it on the tenor. I don't know. This is why it's one of these artistic things I'm thinking about. We'll see. All right. So anyway, yes, the cut matters. My suggestion is find two cuts of reeds that work on your mouthpieces that you can switch between, and if one doesn't quite do it, the other one. But try to get them about the same resistance, the same strength. That's why I use 2.5 Blue Box and 3 ZZ Jazz. Okay, so anyway, have a great Christmas. It's coming up. Maybe we'll get another video in before then. Okay, have a good day.